Beginning strength training and nutritional mistakes they may make. Everyone knows the guy, or gal, that sees an infomercial or a movie or even just sees something at a garage sale and suddenly have a new pursuit, a new aspiration. One year, they were going to be a tennis star to rival Pete Sampras or Venus Williams. 2 weeks later they showed up at the office with their arm in a sling and tack a notice on the bulletin board selling off their gently used tennis gear. The following year, it was hockey and they bought the skates, stick and pads with visions of being as graceful as former Pittsburgh Penguin, Mario Lemieux on the ice. Instead, it was like watching a penguin try to achieve flight and the bulletin hit the board a few days later. This time it is strength training because of all of the benefits that it will provide to them. Strength training is very beneficial in a number of ways. However, there are some things that the beginners should know, not only about the sport and their own fitness level but about the proper nutrition and hydration needs as well. Strength training benefits. Lifting weights has a number of very good benefits for both men and women. It is a myth that women will bulk up automatically if they start lifting weights. They are not genetically predisposed to excessive muscle gain and can only achieve it through very careful diet and very long, hard hours in the gym. Lifting a 20-pound dumbbell every couple of days is not going to bulk you up. It will, however, give you sculpted, lean muscles with sexy definition. Other benefits include protection from osteoporosis. Women who lift weights are less likely to break a bone due to bone loss and can slow down the progression of the disease. Increased metabolism. Muscle burns more energy simply by existing. The more muscle you have in comparison to fat, the more energy you will burn. This increase continues for up to 24 hours after a workout, so revving up your muscles now will get the fires burning for the whole day. To maintain a pound of muscle, the body must use between 40 and 120 calories per day. To maintain a pound of fat, 1 to 3 calories per day. Source: Rosen, MD and Oz, Maryland, 2006. Strength training is more efficient at burning fat than cardiovascular exercise. Exercise of any kind can help decrease depression. Exercise can also help increase and improve blood flow and improve cardiovascular health. Rookie mistakes. It is not unusual to get so excited about something that you forget to keep the basics in mind. While it is great that you have that level of enthusiasm, it is also important to note that there are some risks involved with strength training that could impact your health and safety. There are also some nutritional considerations to keep in mind when you start, as well as changes that will need to be made as you progress and achieve old goals and set new ones. These things should be kept in mind: a doctor's advice, the right equipment, the right form, protein needs and how they change, recovery after a workout, supplements and timing. Why consult a doctor before strength training? If you have not been active for a long time, it is important to have an idea about your general health condition before beginning any kind of exercise routine. For instance, if you strength train and you feel a pull or tightening in the chest, you may dismiss it as too heavy a weight or incorrect form rather than a possible heart-related condition. It is also important that your doctor run ordinary blood screening tests on you so that you know whether or not you are facing certain health conditions which could change the diet plan that you will devise for your training. For instance, some kidney diseases could mean that you will need to restrict some of your protein intake. The right equipment. Whether you choose to buy a weight machine or a set of free weights to use at your own home, it is important to consider the pros and cons of what you are buying. If you opt for a machine, you should know how it works safely and know whether you will have to put it together yourself and if you will be capable of doing so. If you buy a used machine, make sure that all of the cables or other mechanisms are in good condition before working out. If you are buying free weights, make sure that you do not get carried away. You only need 3 sets of weights to start out with: a light set, a medium set and a heavy set based on your current level of exercise. As you progress you can upgrade. The heavy set should be heavy enough that you are fatigued at the 10th rep while still maintaining proper form. If you cannot get to number 10, the weight is too heavy at this point and you should drop down by 5 pounds. The right form. The need to use proper form and technique when lifting weights is important, not only so that you can build the muscles that you are hoping to, but also so that you do not injure yourself in the process of doing so. Improper form accounts for the majority of the injuries in new athletes, not only for strength training but for other sports as well. If you do not know the correct technique, get a book, a video or go to a gym and get a personal training session. Protein needs and how they change. A new athlete is spurring dormant muscles into action as well as building new ones, so the initial protein intake will be fairly high. This new period is a time of rapid growth as well as inefficient protein synthesis. The muscles, sitting there unused for so long, have basically forgotten how to use protein for energy consumption, so they do so poorly. This rapid growth coupled with the inefficient protein synthesis pushes the need for protein higher for the new athlete. However, as growth starts to stabilize and the muscles start becoming better adapted to their new role, the protein need will plateau. For the experienced or highly trained athlete, protein synthesis is much more efficient to a point. The muscles use about 6 grams of protein at a time, and it is best if there is repeated supplementation with 3 to 6 ounces of protein for 48 hours after the workout. This promotes the best muscle growth. The aim should be to combine protein with carbohydrates, about 35 grams of protein to 6 grams of protein. This combination may work for explosive growth because the muscle can use the carbs for energy and the protein for growth. Source: weightliftingexercise.com. Supplementation and timing. Using a protein supplement right after a workout can help both the new and the experienced weightlifter to recover. The muscles continue to work even after that last rep has been completed. They will be building and repairing. If you do not replenish the protein stores, they will continue burning it until there is nothing left. They will then be forced to burn their own tissues for energy, destroying your lean muscle mass. Whey protein is one of the most common supplement types and is good for preserving lean muscle mass. ProfectR from Protica is also a good supplement resource, providing 25 grams of protein per 100 calorie serving.